I'm going to be honest with you. I really, really hate feeling stuck. But I found out something very interesting about this place that really helped me see it differently, and I hope it helps you too. So instead of calling it stuck, let's call it the ebb first, because it's a much better explanation of what it actually is. And what I've really found is that this place is not being stuck. It's actually a very creative and very active space, just in a different way and in a way that our society doesn't really acknowledge. And I have to remind myself of this over and over again. So yesterday I really started to feel weird and stuck and irritated, and there was a lot going on externally. Things didn't work out, but also internally I just felt like it's not going anywhere, and I don't feel like it doesn't even make sense to go any further. And there was a lot of doubt coming in, and I was trying to fight it first because I always forget the ebb. And I was trying to push myself to get the energy up. Just for context, I do have ADHD, so I do sometimes struggle with dopamine things. So I tried to push up the dopamine, but nothing worked, and I just got more and more irritated. And today it just dawned to me, this is the ebb. This does not work like that. So this is what I do when I finally realize that I'm actually in the ebb. So the first thing I do is I really look at energy and see if I feel like the energy that I'm feeling in my body, if it wants to move up or it wants to move down. That's my picture. Yours could be different. And when I really feel this down movement, I see it as a movement instead of being stuck, and I let myself fall into it. And I know this can be very scary when you learn you can't go there, but for me it's really, really helpful to let myself sink into this depth. It feels like sinking to the bottom of a very deep, deep river or lake. Short disclaimer at this point, this does of course not mean that you're not supposed to do whatever you need to do in your life. This is more like a meditation that I do when I do have time. Instead of doing a classical meditation, I might just let myself sink into this abyss and not be scared of it. So what happens for me every single time I do this is that even if I let myself sink into it, the energy already starts to shift. And I stop fighting. I just stay there and let myself sink deeper and deeper and deeper. And what I found for myself is that the same way you would hit the ground of a lake if you would let yourself sink, at some time I'm just hitting something, and there is something holding me. And at this point, if I don't do anything, there's going to be an upward motion again. Sorry if this sounds a little bit abstract. We're talking about a very, very deep process that is really hard to put into words. So I would just encourage you to experiment with it in your way and not just copy my way, and just do what feels comfortable for you. But what I really want to bring home is that I've really found that by doing that, I'm not only getting back my energy, but I'm getting it back in a natural way that doesn't feel forced. And usually in this process, there are like new ideas coming in, new solutions for things I was searching for without me trying. I think that in our Western culture, we're so fixated on finding a specific way out that we usually just miss the real way out. So maybe you just want to experiment with that and see where it takes you. And please let me know if you have any experiences with that, or if you want to try it. Please feel free to follow along if this content resonates with you. And also, if you want to go deeper and you want to have a private session with me, that's possible. This is going to be a session with lots of good questions and lots of listening and lots of validation. Very soft and very much just for you. Love you very much.